Let's talk Cardano, because right now, Cardano is now a top 5 crypto. And we're not going to be talking about it in terms of market cap, but what they're building. All right. A lot of bullish catalysts coming in the works for ADA. I want to share with you guys kind of my thoughts and sentiment. And this is a good time to talk about some of this stuff, because as we've kind of hit a little bit of a wall, as we do look at this ongoing correction over the entire crypto space, I want to give you guys my thoughts and what I'm feeling with ADA right now. So appreciate it if you stick around to the end of this video. It will be just 5 minutes. We'll give you this quick update, get you guys on your way and into the next one. All right. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so down below. Also, please give me a follow on X. You can find my handle right there on the bottom left of your screen at @tcryptomark. There is a link in the description as well. And let's get it moving. Okay, so as we look at Cardano right now, this is kind of the top 100, the same kind of charts we've been seeing. The bubbles have been relatively the same as we've seen a little altcoin exhaustion take place. Bitcoin's kind of holding true. We have seen that sentiment in the index between Bitcoin and altcoins shift back to the way of BTC. It was 50-50 split, and now that's sitting at around 37. So a little bit more so weight towards Bitcoin, as they are pushing now up on the day, pushing 120,000 once again. I think we're going to get a little bit back and forth personally. All right. So what I'm telling you is not financial advice, just my viewpoints and my opinions on the crypto market. Make sure you do your own research and due diligence. Okay. But as we look at Cardano, this is where we look at them coming in at 9th in crypto. Okay. We're talking about a $30 billion crypto that I think has a lot of bullish catalysts. And personally, if you are an ADA believer, as I am, and you are what you would consider a Cardano bull, there's a lot of reasons to get excited. And I hate talking about these because I know you guys, you're just the same as me. I can guarantee it. You're sick of Cardano trading sideways. You get all these technological upgrades and all of these things that in terms of blockchain and jargon, they do have a role and they sound all fine and dandy. But I think when it comes down to its core, everybody watching this video only cares about Cardano's price going up. Okay. The one thing I will tell you that is holding them back, we've always said it's always not been their flash, their appeal. It's just kind of what draws people in. Okay. I think that's kind of changing. However, I will say and make a note of this, the DeFi side of Cardano is lagging, okay? Nobody wants to use Cardano. It's higher fees, the meme coins for that matter. It's just not on the same level of par as Solana, even Sui, some of the blockchains that have had experiences with rise in those metrics, right? You could talk about kind of what we've seen with Ethereum as of late too. Base network. There's a lot of things that I think that Cardano has to play catch up on if they want to see that total ecosystem boom. All right. But the upgrades are important. They are relevant. And I think that coming for us in the wings, the Bitcoin bridge, that interoperability, that push, also talking about just some of the strong data points. Okay. The midnight airdrop, what they're doing with privacy. But the biggest one, I think, is we do have that potential for a nice little 10 to 15% surge. Just my hunch, not financial advice. If we do get a kind of statement made by Charles Hoskinson during that August live stream. So please keep that in mind. Okay. But let's shift back into kind of what we have going on. Now a top 5 builder in crypto, and the price is responding. Okay. Well, here we go, guys, because I don't really know how much it's responding. Yes, over the last month, up 41.8%, but essentially flat on the day. So keep that in mind as you follow along. But according to GitHub activity, all right, this is a on-chain analytics firm from Santiment. If we talk about that GitHub activity, which take it for what it's worth, but the top 5 overall coins by notable development activity in the last 30 days, we're talking ICP, Link, Filecoin, Starknet, and then there we go. We have 5th is Cardano. Okay. So as we look into it, and I don't know, they're not really shown here because it is cut off by this hyperlink, but you can see right here, Cardano is rising 1 spot from 6th to 5th, taking in that number 5 ranking. Okay. But a quiet climb, and I think that's kind of where that slow and steady race that Cardano likes to run is getting noticed now. And I can tell you one thing, this will not make the desk of a lot of crypto traders. Quite frankly, nobody really cares. They just want to see Cardano go up. Is Cardano a viable investment? That's all they want to know, okay? But when we talk kind of what's happening on chain, you got to connect the dots. It all is relevant, okay? But as something where this activity has been quiet, but in the last 30 days, surpassing a lot of other great projects within developer activity. Still behind the top three. Link is one of my bull plays as well, a conviction play that I have within what RWA stands for in the space. But within this upward trajectory, suggesting that builders are increasingly active within the ecosystem, okay? But this could be kind of what lends us to talking about this quiet accumulation phase as we do look for a higher third quarter, okay? And that's kind of where we talk about July. I mean, we're trading basically damn near $1 for Cardano in the historically worst kind of month for crypto, right? The summer months, nobody's really busy trading crypto. They're out having fun, doing what they're doing. Nobody's sitting watching YouTube videos. My views are down, simply put, right? Summer months, we kind of expect to take that hit. And that's something that does kind of reflect because it all kind of correlates, right? You guys are watching my stuff. You're showing up every day. You're talking crypto here on YouTube, on X, all that good stuff. Usually the market's doing well, okay? Just being honest. I don't even really have to look at the charts, okay? Unless it's some kind of crash that is noteworthy and newsworthy, I can just kind of see the YouTube views. If they're down, the market's probably down or it's flat. If the views are up, market's booming. And unfortunately, it's kind of that what can you do for me lately mentality that I think a lot of crypto holders deploy, okay? But as we look into the charts, you can kind of see how we're testing that upper boundary of what we've had over a very substantial, almost a year, okay, a little less than a year of this descending triangle pattern, okay? And as we talk about it, trading at 87 cents with an RSI sitting at 76, a pullback is imminent. I do agree with that, right? We've had a lot of kind of volume in the negative direction, and I think that's been something as it just kind of correlates with the rest of the market. We've been running too hot, okay? And what goes up must come down. It's simply put, it's just it's natural, it's organic. I think that for as hot as Cardano is running, and I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh, we only went from 50, 60 cents up to 85 cents. So what? Yeah, I understand that, but still, relatively speaking, guys, that is a very substantial gain. That's damn near 40% in a very short window. I challenge you, anybody who's getting greedy out there that wants more for Cardano, I challenge you to go find any kind of vehicle, whether it be real estate, whether it be traditional finance, even Nvidia. Go find me 40% in a 2-month window, and then you can have an argument. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of take it for what it's worth. Cardano's doing extremely well, and this is something we're going to celebrate, right? Because I'd much rather be trading at 87 cents. Not saying that I'm going to be selling, but also I just much rather prefer 87 cents than 40 or 50 cents Cardano, okay? And I think you guys would as well, all right? But as we couple that RSI data, also the MACD, very much a bullish crossover is picking up, which is kind of giving an indication that this correction, this downturn that we are having is going to be short-lived, okay? We are seeing a positive Chaikin money flow, the CMF factor that is looking in the positive direction, kind of higher too, plus 0.16. I know it's a small number, but that value does mean a lot, suggesting that a lot of capital is flowing into ADA, and that will validate kind of what we've been on, okay? I do think that when we couple that and all these metrics that I am talking about, we are going to have a lot of volatility, okay? And just as much as volatility can make crypto go down, it also makes crypto go up, okay? So it's not necessarily a bad thing to be volatile. It's only a bad thing is if we get kind of extreme panic resulting from that volatility. But it can work both ways, and we can get extreme FOMO, and then all bets are off, okay? So I know it's really not a lot. I think that the one thing that we wanted to highlight is developers are building. We're seeing some positive metrics within Cardano. Holding the course. I'm not selling even if we hit $1.50, so it really doesn't matter to me personally. Everybody else has a different strategy, a different kind of plan, if you will. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I kind of want to highlight some of the positive steam that Cardano has been on, okay? And I think that it's easy to get greedy. It's easy to forget about some of the small wins that we have had. And as Cardano trades around 87 cents, we'll take it. All right. So that's what I got going on for you guys. I'm looking for Cardano to get back to $1. Let's hope for it. If that does happen, it'll be awesome because I know a lot of people personally that basically been acquiring Cardano at a sub 50 cents level. So that's a very, very strong gain if they were able to capitalize and execute on those trades. So I'm looking forward to that, rooting for you guys. And all we want to do is win. So don't think if I make a video and it's not so much just, you're not going to get the cheerleader pom-poms for me ever on my channel. If the market's shit, we're going to talk about it. If it's doing well, we're going to talk about it as well. So that's kind of how I am. And that's what we're going to give you guys each and every single day. So I appreciate you all tuning in. again, as always, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, I did talk about BTCC. If you want to start trading on a new exchange, you'll find that link down below in the description. But we'll see you all in the next video. Enjoy the rest of the day. Cheers.